Today, let's going on a story, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Cabin Fever. Page 151. Thursday. It took me 2 hours to scrub the green dye off the wall yesterday, and it was hard work. I tried to get Vice Principal Roy to get me a few steel wool pads so we could speed things along, but he told me I needed to stick with the bleach. I finally got home around 5 p.m. and there was a note on the front door. When I read it, I almost passed out. Town Police Department. We came by, but no one was home. We will come back later. I couldn't believe Vice Principal Roy gave me up to the police. I thought we were gonna keep this between us and that once I'd served my punishment, it was over and done with. All I know is I can't go to jail. This year, they took our class on a scared straight field trip to the local prison. They had these prisoners talk to us about what their lives were like in jail, and it really freaked everybody out. Don't mess up or you will end up in here like us. But it wasn't the idea of being locked up that scared me. It was the fact that the toilets in the cells are right out in the open. I have a huge issue when it comes to privacy. It's bad enough at school when you come back from the bathroom and everyone wants to know all the details. Did you poop? I've never actually broken the law before, but when I was little, I thought I had. They used to have this thing at my supermarket called the Cupcake Club, where they gave a free cupcake to everyone under 8 years old. I had a membership card and everything. Well, I kept talking a cupcake even after I turned 8, and every time I did, I thought I was gonna get busted. Then this one time an alarm went off of the exact moment I bit into a strawberry frosted cupcake with sprinkles. Looking back, I'm pretty sure what happened was that someone accidentally tripped the fire alarm or something. But I was convinced it was for me and that the cops were gonna swoop in and place me under arrest. So I made a run for it. Luckily, Mom found me a few streets away, because as far as I was concerned, I was a fugitive and had started my life of a crime. But this vandalism thing was a whole lot more serious than the Cupcake Club episode. So when Mom got home with Manny, I didn't tell her about the note. The person I was really worried about was that I haven't been on his good side lately. In fact, this morning we had an accident I'm sure he's still sore over. I was asleep when I heard someone knocking on the front door, but I didn't want to get out of the bed to answer it. I was hoping whoever was there would just go away and come back later, but the knocking got louder and louder, and the person out there was acting like a maniac. I buried myself in my covers and just prayed that whoever it was wouldn't knock the door down. I thought about calling the police, but then I remembered I was a wanted man and that I'd have to deal with this problem on my own. Eventually, I got brave enough to go downstairs and grab a baseball bat out of the garage to protect myself. Then it went quiet. I pulled the curtain back to see if the person was still out there, but I was surprised to see Dad standing on the front step. He had got his tie stuck in the door and had left his key inside, so he just needed me to open it to let him loose. So I'm sure Dad is ready to ship me off to juvenile detention the first chance he gets. In fact, if he's home when the police came, he will probably hand me over into the custody without batting an eye. It turns out I don't have to worry about that, at least not for the next 24 hours. It started snowing pretty hard around dinner tonight, and Dad called Mom to say it was too dangerous for me to drive home, so he was gonna stay overnight in a hotel near his office. That means I've got until tomorrow to figure out my next move.